Hey, here's your heads up to this tiny little 5-minute quickie. Lasts about 8 minutes. It's actually on, it might even be on video. I'm not sure yet. But disregarding that, it's about something I heard which made me think that just seems to fit with the ecology, selfless service and bringing joy to the world. If you'd like to be part of that, have a little listen. I think it will really float your boat. It will ignite your passion. And it's so simple. Because in simplicity, there's genius, and the return on investment for doing this little one thing is massive. Anyway, have a listen after this.
Warning.
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 Warning. You are entering into the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. Too late. Personal Development Unplugged.
Hey, welcome to the Personal Development Unplugged podcast. And I thought today, well, it's a 5-minute quickie, and it is literally going to be 5 minutes. Because what I wanted to talk about is, well, you know, I love plugging other podcasts. And I was listening to an intriguing one between Jordan Petterson, and some people like him. He's a little bit like Marmite if you're in the UK. Some people like him and some people don't. But I find him fascinating. And he was talking to ex-Navy SEAL, Jocko Williken. And again, a really interesting man. And it's a really nice podcast. And they explore all different things. But there was one thing while I was listening. And I was walking the dog, earphones in. And we were just, well, they were talking to me. Or I was joining in their conversation. Well, eavesdropping really, I guess. But Jordan Petterson said a really interesting thing. He said, everything I do right now, I'm responsible for my 80-year-old self. And I thought, whoa, 80-year-old self in the future. So whatever your age you are right now, whatever you do right now is creating that 80-year-old self. And will you be proud when you're your 80-year-old self? I said, you look back over your past and go, yeah, was it good? So that made me think a little deeper as well, thinking, well, that's an awful big bit of responsibility, but it's true, isn't it? But also it made me stop and pause to think, well, as we think about everything we do, we think about the ecology. NLP ecology, is it good for me? Is what I'm doing good for me? Is it good for the people around me? And is it good for little old planet Earth? Because if it ticks those 3 boxes, it's going to be a pretty good thing. And I thought, well, maybe that's what we don't do enough of. Because we take intuitive action, don't we? I talk a lot about taking intuitive, massive, consistent action. But I'm thinking, well, that really has to be coupled, or it would be good if we coupled that with thinking, will that be good for my 80-year-old, well, for future self, not former self, goodness me, but my future self. And if we got into a habit of doing that, because that habit could be instantaneous, couldn't it? It could be part of our strategy for life. Everything that we do is, well, good for planet Earth, good for others, good for me, and I'm going to create, effectively, I'm creating a legacy for my future self. When I look back, the legacy is so awesome. And I think when I do that, we would really be creating joy, because we wouldn't do anything that is harmful to anybody, would we? We'd be looking to enhance selfless service, doing things for others, and then just secretly wallowing in that joy of, yeah, I'm creating something just on my own. And if we all did that secretly, creating that joy, so when we're all at our 80th birthday, we can all shake hands and give a group hug, because we're able to group hug by then, by the way, I'm sure, and go, we did good. Yeah, we did good. We've made a difference. And that's what I'd like to see, in me anyway, making a difference. That's what this podcast is about, making a difference. Hope it's making a difference to you. But I thought if we just stop and pause and think about that for the moment, is what I'm going to do right now. Good for me, good for others, good for little old planet Earth, and ultimately good for 80-year-old Cluffy in the future. Woo. Yeah. So I think this one little 5-minute podcast matches that. It ticks those boxes. So come and tick the boxes with me and just enjoy. Because you will enjoy life when you do things like that, won't you? It will be enjoyable. And when we have joy in our lives, everyone gets to benefit. All the loved ones, they get to be around us when we're having joy. Isn't that a lovely place to be? Don't you love being around people who are full of joy? Yeah, bloody right, we do. So let's create it too. There you go. Please email me. Say it again. Email me at feedback@personaldevelopmentunplugged.com with any thoughts on this, because it would be great to get some feedback on this. How we can put it into our lives as a permanent part of our programming. Because I think this is the type of programming that we could all really benefit from. Don't you? Yeah. Anyway, until next time, my friend, this is Paul Clough, Personal Development Unplugged. That's not .com at all. Personal Development Unplugged podcast. Enjoy. And, well, remember, maybe your unconscious mind, speaking to you, the unconscious mind, maybe you could surprise their conscious mind to feel happy for no reason. What a way to be surprised. Until next time, my friend, Paul, see you soon. Bye-bye. So yes, just before you go, I've decided to, I've tried to edit the video as best I can, and I'm putting it up on YouTube around about the same time as the release of this FMQ. So if you want to find it, have a look on YouTube, look for the FMQ number, when I'm 80, maybe look for my name, and you'll see what I look like. You'll see my dopey little face and having a little chat with you. If you like it, let me know. And if you like that format, send me that email, feedback@personaldevelopmentunplugged.com, and we'll try to do a few more. Just takes a bit more time, and it means I can't keep getting dressed up. And as you'll see, I didn't get that dressed up for that one. You never know, I might wear a hat though. I've got loads of hats. Anyway, before you go, please do share this episode. Please do share the Personal Development Unplugged podcast. It makes such a blooming difference. It really does. It allows people to find out what we're doing. They can subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so, because that helps people find this podcast as well. But it helps them to get better themselves. They'll share it to other people, and we'll just get this PDU community getting bigger, stronger, and making a difference. So if you could do that, say make sure you're subscribed. There's a place on the Personal Development Unplugged.com website, which gives you how to subscribe or find on your platform of choice. But if you're listening and you've got it there, just have a look at there. There'll be a subscribe button, and there might even be a review button. You never know. And if you leave a review, that would be awesome. iTunes would be awesome, even more awesome than awesome. What else is there? Remember, there's that discount for all the stuff on paulcloughonline.com. 40% if you put in the code PDU40. And there's a bigger one if you sign up to the hypnosis tracks, paulcloughonline.com/podcast. And have fun. Have fun. Is there anything else? Well, just share. That's all there is. And give me a bit of feedback. If you could do that, I would be your bestest friend. But I'm your friend. So we do things for our friends, don't we? I'm doing this for you. If you do that for me, we're quits. Okay? Anyway, till the next time, maybe a 5-minute quickie, I'll slip one in. Or the longer podcast. That comes out on Saturdays. So wherever you are, I'm always in your here, right here, talking to you and your unconscious mind. Bye-bye now.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.